not in a box this time.
It is not. So, the company that is in charge of doing the Battletech stuff, Catalyst, has a couple. Obviously, they have the mech packs, but they also have a couple of box sets that are like the rule books and whatnot. And in those, they have a bunch of the mechs. But they also were essentially selling the mechs separately in case you had already gotten the box and you want more of the mechs to paint as different things, but you don't want to buy another copy of the rules. And they're actually trying to get rid of them. So these were on sale. These are from the Clan Invasion box set. It's a bunch of iconic clan mechs and other things. And in fact, let me pop these open, because we are going to start with something weird. If I can get this open. There we go. We are going to start with these two things.
They're tiny.
These don't look like mechs at all! What is this? So in Battletech, the focus is obviously the big, stompy robots. Like, that's the thing that everybody who knows Battletech for. But they are not the only things used by the various militaries in that setting. You have things like aerospace fighters, dropships, tanks, and of course, dudes.
Dudes.
Yep. And the clans actually came up with a way of improving your basic-ass dude.
They gave him a palm tree?
They did not give him a palm tree.
It looks like a palm tree.
That is not a palm tree.
Are you sure?
I am positive that is not a palm tree. So sometime in the 2860s, I believe, 2860s, 2870s, Clan Wolf had discovered that the Goliath Scorpions had built, like, these construction suits that dudes could wear. And Clan Wolf was like, you know, we could stick guns on those and make them, like, badass dudes who can, like, take on mechs. And so they started working on basically power armor, and this is actually two groups of the bog standard elemental power armor, which all the clans use. Every clan has elementals. Some clans are better known for using them. Notably, the Hell's Horses and Ghost Bears have... So the clans have genetic engineering and whatnot, and selective breeding, yada yada. The Hell's Horses and Ghost Bears breed the biggest, strongest dudes to wear this armor. And basically they go out in groups of 5 and fight off mechs and whatnot. But yeah, you would find these in basically any clan. Dudes in armor. And the two dudes in the back are jumping, because they have jump jets. They are not palm trees.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, where do I want to go next? I think I'll go with you. So, prior to the clan invasion,
He is very tanky.
a little bit. This is actually a light mech. Prior to the clan invasion, the clans were attempting to gain information on the Inner Sphere because they'd been gone for a really long time. And one of the clans, Star Adder, who, among the clans, is one of the ones known for having the brain cell. They were like, hey, the Inner Sphere probably, like, doesn't fight like we do, so we may want to, like, make new mechs and strategies for that. Guys, you want... No? Are you sure? Really? Okay, don't say we didn't warn you. But, this mech was one of the products of that. It is the Adder. It is a Clan Omni-Mech, a 35-tonner. I think it has like 6 tons of armor. It tops off at 97 kph, so it's not a fast light mech.
Kind of looks like a turtle.
Yeah, I can see that. It's known for having an absurd amount of gun. The primary configuration has two ERPPCs, which clan ERPPCs are nasty, and not nearly enough heat sinks to use them. It also has like a configuration that's like two clan LRM-20s, which are great, and like two small. It's basically an archer for half the weight. Um, the Star Adders obviously are one of the clans that use this. Clan Wolf also really liked this design and actually managed to get production of it. It's less popular among the other clans, although it wouldn't be shocking to see it among the Steel Vipers, who were allied with the Star Adders for a while, or the Jade Falcons, who fought the Wolves a lot and picked some up as salvage, or the Coyotes, who were allied with the Wolves and also really, really hated the hell out of the Star Adders. You'd find the odd one in other places as well.
Turtle, turtle.
Yeah, Courage is actually really fond of this one. Okay. This bad boy.
He is very blocky.
It is the Grendel. It was briefly known as the Mongrel, but the name changed for marketing reasons. In-universe. I'm not joking. So this was originally created by the Sea Foxes when they were known as the Diamond Sharks. Don't ask. They were getting ready for the Battle of Tukayid, and they're like, this is our big chance to actually make a name for ourselves in the Inner Sphere. They were unsuccessful, but this was one of the mechs that did reasonably well. It is a 45-tonner that moves stupid fast, has a reasonable amount of armor, and a good amount of gun. It's also really expensive, but, like, both in terms of, like, in-universe currency cost and, like, out-of-universe point cost. The primary configuration has, like, an ER large laser, a Streak SRM-6, an ER small laser, and 3 ER medium lasers. So this is one of the iconic Sea Fox mechs, but they also, because the Sea Foxes are known for being merchants, they were willing to sell it to anybody. Some big users of the Grendel included the Smoke Jaguars, who became extinct, the Steel Vipers, who became extinct, the Nova Cats, who became mostly extinct.
Well, they're endangered.
They are very much endangered. And the Hell's Horses. But yeah, it's a solid medium, if pricey medium. If you're using battle value rules, like, you can get some assault mechs for the same amount you're shelling out for this. But still, it's a mech I'm fond of. But not nearly as fond of as this bad boy.
He's very chunky.
And actually, this one's art has changed over the years. Originally, the legs were basically mounted directly to the arms, and it was this squat thing. But this is the Nova. And its background has been subjected to retcons, which is hilarious. Probably only to me. So this was actually one of Clan Hell's Horse's first Omnimex. It was actually designed to be able to carry these dudes, because the Hell's Horses love elementals. But it is a 50-ton mech. It's a little bit slow for a 50-tonner. It tops off at like 85, 86 kph. It has jump jets. It has a decent amount of armor. It's made with some cheaper materials. I think it has an XL engine, but it also uses, I want to say, standard structure and standard armor. It is one of those death or glory machines. The primary configuration has 12 ER medium lasers, which is entirely too many medium lasers at one point. It can do an absurd amount of damage in one shot if it fires everything, but it's also like 2 seconds from shutting down from heat. And there are other configurations just like this. Like, there's one with, like, 10 heavy medium lasers. So this is one of those mechs which is fun, has gaping flaws, but I love it. The Hell's Horses were the ones who built it. Unfortunately, the factory got conquered by the Ghost Bears and they put it out of production. So here's where some retconning things happen. In the original technical readout where this mech was introduced, it was said that, oh, the wolves like this mech, and hardly anyone else used this. And in fact, in the novels, I have the novel where they say this. The Jade Falcons are cited as only having 2 of these in their entire military. It's like, what? We don't like this. We've never freaking heard of this mech. The retcon comes in where it turns out, oh, actually, because this is similar to other Jade Falcon mechs, yeah, it turns out the Jade Falcons freaking love this and have 1 million of them, and also they put it back into production. Retcon ahoy. For a while, because it was out of production, like, the numbers were starting to dwindle, but you could find them in basically any clan. The places that they're most common now are Jade Falcons and Hell's Horses. And again, fun, this is where one of those mechs you put your crazy bastard in. Okay, I know I've talked about this one more than once at different points. Once in a video with Surat and once in the Legendary Mech Warriors pack, but this is the Timberwolf, which is arguably the mascot of the franchise.
I thought it was the Atlas.
The Atlas is the current mascot of the franchise, to be fair. But for a long time, this mech was the face of Battletech. It was made by Clan Wolf as one of their many replacements for a mech called the Woodsman. And for a while, in the metagame, this was considered one of the top 10 best mechs to be playing, just in terms of balance. It has a great mix of armor, speed, and weaponry. Primary configuration has 2 LRM-20s with not quite enough ammo, 2 ER large lasers, 2 ER medium lasers, medium pulse laser, and 2 machine guns. Other configurations include the D, which I adore, even though it's not well conceived. It has 2 Streak SRM-6s pointing forward, 2 Clan ER PPCs, so it's kind of like the Thug. And then 2 more Streak SRM-6s pointed backwards, because why the hell not? I also think there's a small laser on there for some reason.
For raves.
For raves. But yeah, this is a solid mech that the Wolves were the main ones to have production of. You'd also probably see it with the Coyotes, who again were the Wolves' BFFs for a while, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Coyotes had a production facility we didn't know about. I think the Goliath Scorpions picked up a couple from trade. Jade Falcons would have picked up some from salvage. I know that Smoke Jaguars picked up a bunch from salvage. Nova Cats picked up some, first from salvage, and then some from trade later. And eventually the Hell's Horses get production facility of this in the Ill Clan era, so you'd see these with the horses not infrequently, eventually. But it's definitely like, you see this, you should be thinking Wolves, even though, again, because of the way the clans work, you could see it anywhere. And so the last mech. This 95-ton bastard is the Executioner. The original version of it was a little bit slower and made by Clan Burrock. The version that everyone knows and has opinions about was after Clan Ghost Bear saw the design, took it from the Burrocks, and decided to revamp it. So the Ghost Bears are known for liking 2 things: speed and a lot of guns. So this mech, the Executioner, particularly their versions of it, it its normal top speed is 64 kph, but it has essentially a booster system, so it can top out at 97 kph, which is faster than any reasonable 95-ton mech should go. The Prime configuration has a Gauss rifle, 2 ER large lasers, 2 machine guns. Also, this bastard can jump. It doesn't have quite as many guns as some other assault mechs. It's also a little bit frailer. The side torso armor is a little bit thin. It tends to be pretty pricey, both in universe and in terms of game points compared to other things you could be getting. So a lot of people are like, oh, the executioner, it's not very good. I don't care. I love this thing. It has a bunch of fun configurations. I know, like, one of them's a flashbulb configuration. There's one with an ERPPC, an Ultra AC-20, and a medium laser. There's one with, like, a large pulse laser, a Streak SRM-6, and then a crap load of, like, small and medium lasers just for knifing things to death. Is this an optimized machine? No. But god damn it, I love it. It's one of the most iconically Ghost Bear mechs there are. Hell's Horses picked up a bunch from salvage because the horses and bears fought all the time. The Ice Hellions liked them when they could get it because Ice Hellions like going fast. I also know that the Ghost Bears traded a bunch of these to Clan Fire Mandrill in exchange for a factory of another mech. But yeah, this, again, not optimized, but like, if you want something that's big and can move somewhere where your enemy doesn't want it to be, this is one of those kinds of machines. It's ill-conceived and a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites, actually. I genuinely love this mech. Courage considers this, like, one of the iconic Lantern mechs. Oh, and the Clan Snow Raven would probably have a bunch of these as well, because them and the Bears, BFFs. So yeah, this has been the Clan Invasion pack. It's fun mechs. Some of them are pricier than you might want. Only one of them is really optimized, but they're still a bunch of fun and stylish machines. Was there one in particular you liked? Okay, then. So, yes, this has been more Giant Robots with JK Lantern. I clearly have a problem. Tune in either when new mech packs come out, or when we go to Poughkeepsie, whichever comes first. But, take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.